Class 5, Subject Science, Chapter number 2, Human Body, the Skeletal System, Part 5. Good morning, children. We have done with the explanation part of chapter number 2, the skeletal system. In that, you had studied about the different bones of the skeletal system. The major bones are the skull, the rib cage, the backbone, the bone in the arms and legs, and the girdles. You have also learned about the functions of the skeleton. The main functions are it gives support to the body, it protects some internal organs, it helps in our movement, it stores minerals, and it produces blood cells. So we have studied about that. You have also learned about the different joints. In that you had learned about the 4 different types of movable joints, how they work and where they are found. You have also learned about how muscles worked in our movement process. In that you have learned about the 3 kinds of muscles, how they work and where are they found. You have also learned about the food which are good for the muscles and bones. You have also learned about the exercise and good posture. Now today in this video, I am going to explain you about the questions given in the chapter. First, we'll start from page number 20. In that, there is a question, find out. Let's start with that. This picture I have taken from page number 20. The question is, what is osteoporosis? Osteoporosis is a condition in which bones become weak and brittle. If the bones have been weakened by osteoporosis, you might have signs and symptoms that include back pain that is caused by a fractured or collapsed vertebra. Loss of height can be seen. A stooped posture. In this picture also, you can see how the lady is standing. She is not straight. Look at her posture. A bone can be break much easily than expected in this disease. Osteoporosis patients suffer from lots of pain. It causes severe back pain that get worse when the patient is standing or walking. It also causes trouble in twisting and bending our body. So we must eat the food which is rich in calcium and vitamin D from the beginning of our life to avoid such condition. I hope you have understood what is osteoporosis. So osteoporosis is a condition in which the bones becomes very weak and brittle. They can easily break. You don't have to write all this explanation part. Only you write this 2-line answer. You can write this answer in your science notebook. Then on page number 21, there is one more question. Find out. What does an orthopedic surgeon do? See, the orthopedic surgeon, he diagnose and treat disorder of the bones, joints, ligaments and muscles. Everyone clear? If there is a broken bone, then we have to go to orthopedic surgeon or doctor. Then on page number 22, there is a revision zone. In that, match the following question is given. This picture I have taken from your textbook. Those they are not having textbook, they can copy from here. They can pause the video and they can write it down. So here First is skeletal system. You have to match with the correct answer. Skeletal system, that is framework of bones. The first answer, skeletal system's answer is framework of bones. If you have read the chapter carefully, you will be able to give the answer. So those they have already done the answers, they can check the answer. Second is bone marrow. Bone marrow, you have to match it with spongy substance. See, inside the bone there is spongy substance present, that is called bone marrow, and it produces blood cells. So bone marrow, you have to match it with F, that is spongy substance. Third is skull. Skull, what is the function of skull? Skull protects the brain. Okay, so you have to match number 3, skull, with A, protects the brain. Then number 4, rib cage. Rib cage protects the lungs. So you have to match rib cage with here, this side B, protects the lungs. It also protects one more organ, that is heart. So rib cage protects the lungs. Next, number 5 is spine. The answer for spine is vertebral column. Spine is also called as vertebral column or backbone. So here the word is given vertebral column. You match number 5 spine with C, this side vertebral column. 6, femur. Femur, you have to match it with leg because it is a part of bone present in our leg. This is the longest bone in our body. Femur or femur, that is with leg. And humerus, it is present in the upper arm, so match it with D, arm. I hope everybody clear. Again, I am repeating one more time. Skeletal system, framework of bones. Number 2, bone marrow, spongy substance. Number 3, skull, you have to match it with protects the brain. Number 4, rib cage, match it with protects the lungs. Number 5, spine, match it with vertebral column. Number 6, femur, leg. And last, 7th, humerus, you have to match it with arm as it is a part of upper arm. Children, you don't have to do this in notebook. Those they are having their textbook, they can do this directly in the textbook, and those they have not taken the textbook, they can write in their notebook. One more question is there on page number 22. And find out, why does a doctor send us for an X-ray when we fall and hurt ourselves? See, the answer is to detect or to check is there any fracture in our bone. Accordingly, he can treat the patient. If the plaster is required for that body part, he can do that for fast recovery. So that's why, that is the reason the doctor send us for X-ray when we fall and we hurt ourselves. Now on page number 22, there is a get set go. We'll only see the questions and there will be a only explanation. No need to write this answer in your notebook. So what is given here? Keep your arms, hands and fingers straight. Now without bending your elbow, wrist or fingers, try to pick up a thing from the ground or write your name on a paper. Did you face any difficulty? So this activity you can do and then you can answer it. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to keep our arms, hands, fingers straight, and then without bending our elbow or wrist or finger, we have to try to pick up a thing from the ground, or we have to write name on a paper. So what difficulties we will face, that we have to discuss over here. So yes, definitely we can't do the activity without bending our elbow, wrist or finger. Here joints help us to pick up the thing or to help us in writing. Bones can't move without joints. On elbow, wrist and fingers, we have joints which help our body to move. This answer you don't have to write. This was only for discussion. Now one more question is there. Without bending your knees, try to sit on a chair from standing position. Was it easy to do this? It is not possible. Without bending our knees, how we will be able to sit? We will fall down or we can get hurt. So from standing position, without bending our knee, we can't sit. You can try it. Now come on page number 28. On page number 28, mind map is there. Here you can easily remember so many things with the help of this web charts. Okay, like first is given skeleton. In that 5 major types of bones are mentioned, like skull, backbone, rib cage, bones in the arms and legs, and girdles. The next mind map in that web chart is given of joint. Okay, and third it is given of muscles. So in short, with the help of this web chart, you can understand and you can remember the different parts of the skeletal system. Okay, let's see one by one about this. The first is given of skeleton. So we know that there are 5 major bones present in our skeleton. These are the skull, the backbone, the rib cage, the bones in arms and legs, and the girdles. Let's see about them one by one. This is sort of revision. Okay, so I have some questions. Along with that, I am going to give the answers also. In that way, you can remember about this different major bones. About them, the explanation part will be covered with the help of these questions and answers. Skull. So this is the major bone in our skeleton. How many bones are there in our skull? There are 22 bones. 14 for facial structure and 8 which protect the brain. Okay, 14 to make the face or the facial structure and 8 for the protection of brain. What is the function of the skull? 8 protect our brain and some sense organ like eyes, nose, ears. Okay, now next, all the bones can move in the skull? No. Only the lower jaw can move, remaining all are immovable. What is the function of this lower jaw? Why it is moving? It helps in talking and eating. With the help of this, we can speak and we can eat. Which is the longest bone in our skull? The longest bone in our skull is the lower jaw. So see, in that way, easily with the help of these questions and answers, you can learn about the skull. The next is backbone. So let's start with the question and answer. How many bones are there in our backbone? So the answer is there are 33 bones present in our backbone. So the backbone is made up of 33 small bones and they are called vertebra. What are the other name for backbone? There are more 2 names for backbone. These are vertebral column and spine. What is the function of this backbone? It protects our spinal cord. It also helps to do the flexible movement. It helps us to bend. Without it, it is not possible to bend. So it is very important. It provides support and balance to maintain an upright posture. So many functions are there of this backbone and it is very important and it is made up of 33 bones. The third important type of bone is rib cage. Okay, so there are 12 pairs of ribs present in our rib cage. See, don't get confused between 12 and 24. 12 pairs means 24. Okay, 12 pairs, or you can write 24 ribs. Where it is present? It is present in our chest region. What is the function of this rib cage? It protects our lungs and heart. What is the front flat bone of this rib cage called? The front flat bone of this rib cage is called sternum or breastbone. What is the role of the sternum? The ribs are attached to this sternum at the front side. Ribs are attached to what? At the back side, like from front side it is attached to the sternum. At the back it is attached to our backbone. In this picture you can easily see it. Are all the ribs attached to the sternum? No, the last two pairs are not attached to the sternum. Only it is attached to the backbone. What are these two pairs of ribs called? These two pairs of ribs are called floating ribs, as they are not attached to the sternum and they are floating. So that's why the name is given floating ribs. See, very easy, in a very easy manner you can remember all these things.